Salute, 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 salute. What's going on, people? It's your boy Jay Jordan back again with another watch along. Hope everyone's doing well on this Monday, August 24th. Hope everyone is doing well. Well, we're towards the tail end of the season. We have a couple more games left before the FIBA World Cup break, and then when we come back, it'll be a couple games, and then we'll get right into the playoffs. Man, I look a little dark. Hold on. That up a bit. Hope everyone's doing well. We have two games on the slate tonight. I'm only going to be doing one, which is a rematch of one of last week's watch alongs we did. It was Minnesota versus Golden State in live from San Francisco. This one is Golden State versus Minnesota live from Minnesota. So Minnesota's the home team in this one. Okay, game's supposed to start at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're about three or so minutes away from this game kicking off. JP, salute, my friend. Hope all is well. Hey, cuz, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. I'm gonna start a poll here on YouTube. Who wins tonight's game? Will it be the visiting Valkyries, or will it be the number 1 seed Minnesota Lynx? Let me know your thoughts in the poll. Let me know your thoughts. All right, let's get into the starting lineups before everything goes down. Golden State, starting with Veronica Burton, Gabby Williams, Cecilia Zandalicini, Kayla Thornton, and Kia Stokes. For the Minnesota Lynx, there's no Courtney Williams. She's out injured. I was just reading something or watching something. Napheesa said this is the first time she's played without Courtney on the court since Courtney's come to Minnesota. So Courtney's been usually been healthy. I think she got a ankle injury or a foot injury in one of the last games. So they're going with Olivia Miles, Kayla McBride, Maya Caldwell in her place, Napheesa Collier and Natasha Howard. That's the starting lineup for the Minnesota Lynx. The thing to note today for the Minnesota Lynx, if they win, they will clinch the number 1 seed in the postseason. So, they'll probably be looking forward to getting that signed, sealed, and delivered. So with a win, Minnesota gets the number 1 seed for the playoffs. So that is what's on the line tonight. Golden State trying to avoid the season sweep. They've lost the previous 3 matchups to Minnesota, trying to avoid getting swept this season. These two teams faced off in the first round last year as the 1-8 matchup, and of course Minnesota beat them. So Golden State trying to exercise some demons here as they take on a familiar foe that they just can't get ahead of right now. Daniel, salute, what's going on? Salute, hope all is well. Appreciate you, my friend. Good to see you on the TikTok. Salute the YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. I appreciate everyone tapping in. Games are going to get started soon. This game is on USA Network if you're in the USA today. I mean, if you're in the USA, like United States of America, you can watch it on USA, which is a TV channel, of course. According to the in-arena broadcast, we got about 2.5 minutes until the clock runs out inside. They're starting to do the TV production intros right now with the whole USA team. All right, let me take a look at the previous matchups. So looking at these previous matchups between these teams, they first matched up on June 4th. Minnesota won in Minnesota 87-84. They had 2 games in Golden State. The first one was on June 19th. Minnesota won 81-75. On August 19th, Minnesota won again 77-66. And today is the final matchup. Golden State Valkyries are 25-11. They're 10-6 on the road. Minnesota is 31-7. They're 14-5 at home. Sierra, appreciate you. Salute for the jewels. Appreciate you. Daniel said Lynx should win. Yeah, let me know your thoughts, y'all. Let me know your thoughts. Lynx or Valkyries tonight. Who do you think will pull off the win? live from the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Should be a good one. Should be a good one. Lynn's Benz on Twitch. Do I show the game? No, this channel does not show live game footage unless it's I find a video on TikTok where I'll show you a play that I found funny, but we do not show live footage on the channel. Mad salute, Jules. Appreciate you. Good to see you as well. They'll get my account out of here if I do that, and I've already got warnings in the past, so I don't mess with that. Right? Let me know your thoughts. Who wins tonight? Who do you think will win tonight's matchup? Last time it was a fairly low scoring game. I think Golden State had 26 points in the whole first half, and they doubled down and got 26 points in the next game in the whole first half. So they've been struggling in the first half as a team. They've come alive in the second half. They lost the game against Minnesota, and I think they end up losing the game against, was it Chicago, when Sydney Taylor hit the buzzer beater? So they've been struggling in the first half. Fee is playing tonight, Daniel. Fee is playing. The only one that's not playing is Courtney Williams. I'm gonna start a poll on the TikTok as well. Let's see if the poll works. Let me know your vote there in the poll on TikTok as well. I know Mads is our resident Valkyries supporter. Let's see if they can get off the schneid here. And actually put the ball in the basket. In the first half, that is. At halftime, we'll talk about the French team. They announced the WNBA players that will be reporting to play in the FIBA World Cup that's taking place in, I think it starts next week Friday, actually. Next week Thursday or Friday. So we shall see. Yeah, I already mentioned no stud bud. Yes, of course. I think, see, she cut her hair and lost her power. She hasn't missed a game in a long time due to injury. And she cuts the hair, and a couple games later, she on the injury report. I'm gonna have to put my, whoever this guy, where is it? I'm gonna have to put son in I'm gonna have to, I'll have to go find that on my other browser. Where is that? I don't know what son talking about in the chat here. Live. We're gonna have to put you in a timeout, my boy. I don't know what you talking about here. So, Sierra, what do you mean I'm invisible to you? What you talking about? Mad, you gotta chill. Mad, you gotta chill. What you talking about? Before you even 30. They're doing the starting lineups here on the broadcast. They're doing the starting lineup so you're not missing anything. Dexy, what's going on? Said Lost Lynx 4-0 sweep incoming. Put you on the big screen. We'll see if that is true. Oh, so they got Maya Caldwell, whole government. I forgot she's married. She got a husband's name. She hyphenated. It's Caldwell something. Salute to Maya Caldwell. Danny said thoughts on Necker retiring after the season. I mean, yeah. Like she said, she recognized her body can't do it at the level she want to do it anymore. The link, the what are they called? The Sparks, they down bad, man. They are down bad. So might as well go out on your own terms because they're in for a rough one. They are in for a rough one. All right, broadcast about to get started here. They're still doing some preliminary stuff here on the USA broadcast, so you're not missing anything. Mad salute for the gift. Did I miss something? Oh, there it is. It came through. Thank you for the 10 jewels. Appreciate you guys always for your support with that. The super chats, the super stickers, the jewels, all that. Sneaker said Lynx win. Sneakers and Smoothies. That's a clever name. I like that. We'll see if the Lynx can pull it off. If you're just joining, no stud bud number 1. She cut her hair, lost her powers. Something like Samson in the Bible. If you know, you know. Cut the hair, lost the powers, getting injured. So no, she's out tonight. But they still got Olivia. They still got Napheesa. Maya Caldwell starting in her place. Ajax said Valks will get this one. We shall see. See here that person's on TikTok. All right, jump ball is up, and we have kicked this game off, people. We have kicked this game off. They came straight out of that little intro into the game. Who's this? Gabby Williams with the ball. Gabby Williams struggled against the Valks last time. Gets it over to Thornton in the corner for 3, and she misses. Ball over to Olivia Miles. There we go. My broadcast just cleared up. Over to Napheesa, top of the key here. Napheesa hands it off to Caldwell. Caldwell back to Olivia. Olivia, left side of the court. Olivia dribbles in, gets cut off by Gabby. Down to Natasha Howard in the post against KT. Dream Shakes goes up, under, can't get it to go. Good defense there. And Kia Stokes with the rebound. Ball over to Gabby Williams. Gabby Williams for 3 off the side of the rim. Veronica Burton, offensive rebound. Gets it over to Zandalcini. Out to Kayla Thornton. Another 3, and it's short again. Napheesa with the rebound. So they're already 0-for-3 from 3 tonight. CJ said on my live stream in the game, not showing it live on the screen. I'll just be giving you play-by-play. Natasha Howard gets the offensive rebound, gets her own miss again, and puts it in. Lynx are on the board. It's 2-0. Almost at 2-0. I was watching soccer earlier today. Let me get my broadcast fixed up. Gabby Williams comes off the screen. She's going to need to have an offensive night tonight if they want to have any chance of winning this game. Ball over to Burton. Burton gets the ball stripped, but she strips it back. Out to Gabby, and the shot clock violation. And good defense there already for the Lynx. 2-0. 2-0 Lynx. Danny said, Jay, am I going to buy CC new shoes? I'm not a big sneaker purchaser. I don't even have a pair of Sabrinas, so I don't really buy basketball sneakers like that, and I don't casually wear basketball sneakers. As Kayla McBride, her first attempt from 3 is off, and the Valkyries are pushing off the rebound. Veronica Burton with the ball. Burton off the screen. Burton attacks Howard. Jump pass out to Zandalcini. She steps at the foul line. Follow through. Can't get it to go. Howard with the rebound. Over to Miles. Miles comes off that screen. Miles pocket pass to Fee. Fee baseline jumper. Cash. And a Lynx up 4-0. It's so smooth, so easy. Dexy, that makes sense. Cheryl being safe. I mean, you have nothing to really gain here, and your team can play well without Studbud. Ball over to KT in the right corner. Comes off the screen. 5 on the clock. Finds Zandalcini with 2 on the clock. She's going to have to shoot it. Zandalcini from 3. And it's just tough offense here for the Valkyries. They've missed the open ones, and they've been forced into some tough ones on the other possessions. As Olivia Miles gets downhill, gets fouled, draws the foul, I should say, as she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. So Olivia Miles going to the line, looking for her first points of the game. Who said that? Matt said stat scorebugs look really good. Thank you. Salute to Offside. This is not an ad. Offside.gg. I just found. I saw somebody else using it randomly. I had to search to find it, but I'm glad it looks good and makes my my life a little bit easier in terms of taking care of the stats. Ron, what's going on, my friend? Salute. Good to see you in the chat. I gotta speed the delay back up. It's a little ahead of me now. There we go. So Olivia Miles knocks down both free throws. Approaching 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. The Valkyries have yet to score. Ball over to Xander Lacini. Finds Gabby Williams, guarded by Fee. This might be a FIBA look right there as Xander Lacini has the loose ball. 7 on the clock. Xander Lacini crossing over. Xander Lacini into the paint. Finds Gabby. Gabby pump fakes. 2 on the clock. Gabby foul line jumper. And she can't get it to go. Rolls in and out. And the Valkyries are struggling here. Olivia Miles gets downhill. Stopped by Burton. Pocket to Fee. Fight on the floor. Fee loses it. And Gabby Williams gets to steal. Let's see if they can turn it into offense here. Gabby finds Janelle Salon. She's checked in. Corner 3. And she can't knock it down. Oh, my goodness. We're in for another 13-point quarter here. Ball over to Natasha. Finds Kayla. Kayla for 3. And Kayla McBride cashes out from 3. It's 8-0. 8-0, excuse me. Let's talk about 8-0. Valkyries need something here. They need something. It's 8-0. Burton over to Tiffany Hayes. She's checked in. Fakes the handoff. Gets downhill. And the veteran Hayes finally gets the Valkyries on the board. It's 8-2. Jeez. Olivia Miles with the ball. Goes cross court to Caldwell. Caldwell, right corner 3. Off the back of the rim. Long rebound out to Howard. She steps through. Throws up the floater off the front of the rim. Can't get it. Janelle Salon with the rebound. Hands it off to Hayes. Hayes pushing in transition. Finds Burton. Burton, no hesitation to the basket. Lays it in with the right. And it's 8-4. Olivia Miles tries to answer. Steps back. 3 over Gabby Williams. Rolls off the rim and a foul there on Maya Caldwell. Pushing the back on Veronica Burton. And Valkyries will get possession. So before those last 2 makes there by the Valkyries, they were 0 for 7. And they're 0 for 6 from 3. Oh, sorry, 0 for 5 from 3. As Gabby Williams gets her first breather, so it's Burton, Xander Lacini, Salon, Hayes, and Kyla Charles on the court. Burton with the ball, finds Salon. Salon pump fakes for 3. Salon hop steps into the lane, out to Burton. Burton for 3, off the back of the rim, fight for the rebound. Caldwell secures the rebound. Maya Caldwell brings it up court. And there's a foul there on Hayes. Hayes and Fee tangled up, the 2 UConn alums. And a little chippiness going on there. As we have our first media timeout of the game. 8-4 is the score. The 2 UConn alums get their arms entangled and nobody wanted to let go. So no love lost here between these teams. Of course, Valkyries trying to show they ain't getting punked today. Napheesa looking down like, Tiff, get off me. And Tiff not trying to let go. I love it. I love it. Get some intensity here. I'm tired of y'all beating us. We don't like you. Ron, what's going on? He said, I'm so over the season. KP been injured so much of it. Hopefully she's fit for the World Cup. Yeah, they might drop her, to be honest with you. If she's not going to be good enough. But she's been dealing with injuries all season. Crazy. We'll talk about that whole DeWanna Bonner situation at halftime. I know it's not against the rules. It's just, I don't know. It's just so shaky, man. You stunk it up. I shouldn't say she stunk it up, but your team stunk it up the whole season. And then you're like, I'm going to leave the team I won my 2 championships with back in the day. They go chase one more with another team. I'll leave y'all losers to deal with that in Phoenix. That's crazy to me, but we'll talk about it later. Nelson, what's going on? Did anyone see the end? Yeah, I don't even want to talk about give that man any light. I don't want to give that situation no light, but I did see it. It's the foolishness. All right, score is 8-4. If you're just joining, score is 8-4. The Valkyries have yet to hit a 3. They're 0 for 6, 2 for 10 overall. The Minnesota Lynx, they're 3 for 10, 1 for 5 from 3. So both teams not shooting particularly well. That's why the score is 8-4 at the halfway point of this first quarter. OD, Zay. KP finessing the system. She like, I'm gonna go to Phoenix, get my body right. I know they got one of the best facilities and whatnot. Make sure I get myself right, and then we'll see if I stay. Salute, Zay. What's going on? All right, I have a poll going. It should be both on YouTube and TikTok. Let me know your thoughts. Who you think's winning this game? Will it be the Valkyries or will it be the Minnesota Lynx? Minnesota missing Courtney Williams. So Maya Caldwell started in her place. I knew this would happen for Nia Coffey. Nia Coffey was starting when Napheesa was hurt. Now that Fee is back, Coffey's relegated to the bench, and the numbers don't look the same as to be expected. The production is not the same either. I don't even mean like her putting up starter numbers. I just mean in general, the production is down. All right, so we're coming back to the broadcast here. Zay said World Cup, she gonna be fine, and then she come back, she gonna be sore. Listen, the Phoenix got nothing to play for, man. Phoenix already eliminated from the playoffs. It don't even matter. Ball back in play here with the Lynx. Miles over to Caldwell looking for Fee. Fee guarded by Salon. Fee gets into the paint. One leg fall away. Can't get it to go. Ball tipped out by Xander Lassini. It'll stay with the Lynx here. They just mentioned 0-7 against the Lynx in the regular season going back to last year and then got swept in the playoffs last year as well. So they've never beaten the Minnesota Lynx. So I could imagine they want to at least get something on them. Natasha Howard backs down on Hayes. Hayes gets to strip, but they call a foul, and she's frustrated there. That might be two. Looked like Howard initiated that initial contact. Ron said, I'm liking this OBS overlay. Appreciate you. Salute, Ron. Appreciate it. Just trying to change things up. Give you guys as much information. And I know you can't watch the game. Well, I know some people can't watch the game, so I try to give them the stats and all that. I appreciate that. Give me any thoughts. If everything looks clear, if something you want to see, let me know. I'll see if the site has it, and I'll put it up there. Natasha Howard knocks down both free throws, by the way. It's 10-4, and the Valkyries have possession. They have 4 points halfway through this quarter. It's giving me last game vibes. Hayes tries to snake the double team. Those over to Xander Lassini. Finds Burton. Burton guarded by Howard on the perimeter, excuse me. Those it out to Xander Lassini. She steps in. Midi from the right side. Can't get it to go. Janelle Salon with the offensive board. Those it out to Hayes. Shot clock only reset to 14. Hayes tries to get it down to Salon and gets poked away. And they call a foul. Or they call a loose ball foul on the Valkyries. On Janelle Salon. Catches Olivia Miles with a inadvertent elbow while she was trying to solidify positioning here. Miles goggles got knocked loose there a little bit. Ball over to the Lynx. Valkyries go into a zone here. 2-3 goes over to McBride in the corner for 3. Rolls in and out. Another fight for the rebound. It's tipped out by Natasha Howard. Ball to the Valkyries. This is painful if you're a Valkyrie supporter. Veronica Burton with the ball. Hopefully my Liberty can do that to them on Thursday. I'll be at that game. Burton attacks, hands it off to Kyla Charles. Charles hands off to Hayes. Hayes pump fakes for 3 down the lane. Jump pass, tries to get it over to Zandassini. It gets tipped, but gets it to her. She steps in and takes the midi. And finally, they get on the board again. It's 10-6. Caldwell on the attack, out to Miles. Miles down to Fee. Fee center of the paint against Hayes. Steps through and manages to score over 3 Valkyries players. And scores. It's 12-6. Good pass there from Burton to Salon down low, and Salon lays it in. Now the offense is starting to get into a rhythm. That's the last 2 possessions they've been able to capitalize on. Ball out to Miles. Miles down to Howard. Howard faces up on Zandalicini. Down the lane, off balance, throws it up, and they call a foul there on Zandalicini. And that will send Natasha Howard to the line. They're showing a replay of this Fee play. She steps through, goes up, and lays it in. That's what Fee does. So Natasha Howard at the line for 2 free throws. Olivia Miles trying to get on the ref's good side here. They over here ha-ha and kikiing over there. As Howard knocks down the free throw. Dorky Uhas and who's 11? Is that Delaire? Let me see who 11 is on Minnesota. Oh, that's Joklova. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Eliska Joklova. I think she plays for the Czech Republic or something. 24 years old and knocks it down. Ball down as Burton gets downhill, throws up a wild shot, gets the rebound, and somehow it gets tipped to her, and the ball goes off of Minnesota. Golden State, defensive rating, top of the league, 102.5 defensive rating. Minnesota right behind them at 105.2. Kyla Charles gets the inbound, handoff to Hayes. Hayes, pump fakes for 3, guarded by Coffey. Drives by Coffey, steps through that lane, lays it in with the right-hand side. Tip Hayes with the basket. Comes off the bench and gets on the board. She's up to 4 points already in this game. It's 13-10. Ball up top to Joklova. Over that Caldwell. Caldwell jab steps right, goes left. Finds Joklova. She sneaks into the lane, gets the ball stripped from behind by Zandalicini. Ball over to Hayes. Hayes finds Burton, guarded by Uhas. Dorky Uhas on the island with Burton. She jab steps back. 3 off. And Joklova gets the rebound over there. Napheesa hands off to Caldwell. Caldwell drives left, hands it off to Coffey. Back up top to Napheesa. Stolen by Janelle Salon. Has only one person in her sight. She attacks. Hangs, can't get it to go. Burton gets the offensive rebound. Throws it back out to Kyla Charles. Charles back to Burton. They had a 2-on-1 and couldn't lay it in. Salon in the post against Joklova. One leg fall away. Baby, it's good. From the left baseline, Dirk-like fall away with the one leg up, and it's a 1-point game, 13-12. Joklova with the ball. Comes off the screen going right. Looking for somebody. Goes left to Caldwell. Caldwell pulls for 3, and she buries it from the left wing. Maya Caldwell. It's 16-12. Burton on the attack. Throws it over to Tip Hayes. Guarded by Caldwell. Caldwell back out to Burton. Can Burton knock down a 3? Burton for 3, and she buries it. BB for 3. And it's a 1-point game here. 16-15. Already doing better than last game. Against the Lynx, they only scored 13 points in the first. They're up to 15 already. 1-point game here. 47 seconds to go. Burton gets a hand on the pass. Tips it out of bounds. Filomeno, salute from the Philippines. Salute, my friend. 16-15. Ron, I just seen your comment. Inbound goes out to Uhas. Uhas finds Fee. Fee, guarded by Caitlin Chen. Puts her in the post. Good hands there by Gabby Williams. Gets tipped away. Ball goes out of bounds. And they say it's off of Minnesota. I thought that was off the Valkyries. So that's where the Valkyries defense keeps them in games when the offense is struggling. They forced another turnover on the Lynx. That's 4 turnovers by the Lynx in this first quarter already. 8:26 a.m. in the Philippines. Come on, Ron. Come on, son. Come on, Ron. I'm not even going to say that comment. Of course they do. 16-15. Gabby Williams off the screen. They could take the lead. They find Salon on the cut. Oh, what a recovery by Coffee. Weak side block. Sends it back. Shot clock is off. 17 seconds to go here. Joklova stops and starts. Slows it down. And Fee says dribbles back out. Crossover on Charles. Joklova drives right. Comes back left. Picks up her dribble. Finds Caldwell with 5 on the clock. Caldwell jumps it over. But Gabby Williams with a weak side steal. 2 seconds. 1 second. Salon goes up. Hangs. And the Valkyries with the lead. As they go into the break here, 17-16, Valkyries get their first lead of the game on the last basket of the first quarter. Defense to offense, the activity is there. Gabby Williams finds her French teammate Salon. She hangs and banks in one, and she says, and effing one. I see you, Salon. Leads the league in bench scoring. Points off the bench, I should say, as we go into the first break of the game. 17-16 at the end of the first quarter. Valkyries with their first lead. Man, said the French connection, definitely. We'll talk about that French connection at halftime as well. As the French team has announced which WNBA players will be representing France at the World Cup in a little over a week, I should say. Let's take a look at the box score. Let me pull it up for you guys right quick. Here we go, 17-16 at the end of the first quarter. Valkyries ended that quarter on a nice little run there, turning their defensive activity into offensive production. Kayla Thornton didn't 0 for 2, no points. Gabby, no points, but does have a steal. Xander Lassini with 2 points and a steal. Got Veronica Burton with 5 points and a steal. You know, my girl Kia Stokes just out there doing cardio. No points, 2 rebounds. Off the bench, you got Ami here. I don't think she played. 6 for Salon. She's the leading scorer. 4 for Hayes. So the bench is what's kept them in this game. They have 10 of the 17 points to 2 bench players. For Minnesota, you have Natasha Howard with 5 and 4 rebounds. Napheesa with 4 and 5 rebounds. Kayla McBride with 3 for Caldwell, and 1 for Olivia Miles with 2 assists. Off the bench, nobody scored. As you can see, they have 5 turnovers. The Lynx have 5 turnovers. They're shooting 29% from 3, 36% from the field. For the Valkyries, they're shooting 38% from the field, 13% from 3. So the 3-point shot has not been there. Turnovers for them, they only have 1 turnover, the Valkyries. They just can't put the ball in the basket. That's been their Achilles heel. All right, let me catch up with some of your comments. What's up, Liz? Salute. Good to see you. Kylan said the Valkyries' offense can be stagnant in long stretches of games, like it was in their last game and loss in Chicago. Yeah, that's been their thing. They don't have a go-to scorer, and they believe in the power of friendship, the power of committee. We have a solid defense, and then hopefully one of our players can get hot. Chemo, salute. What's going on? Salute, Chemo. Salute everyone on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. Salute to everyone who's tapped into the channel right now. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. We'll be doing watch-alongs all week long. I don't know about tomorrow. I was looking at tomorrow's slate. Maybe if there's a game y'all want me to do, I'll hop on and do one. But looking at tomorrow's slate, it was looking a little shaky to me. So I was going to skip tomorrow. But we'll look at halftime to see what games we can tap into. All right, cool. We getting back to the game here. They're coming out of that first quarter break. So Golden State started 0 for 7 in this game. They've been 8 for 14 ever since. 17-16, Valkyries with the lead. The Lynx will start the second quarter with possession. And 17-16, ball in play here with Miles. It's Miles, Coffee, Uhas, Fee, and McBride. McBride, left corner, quick release for 3 off the left side of the rim, off the top of the backboard, and out of bounds. Yeah, I will be doing live World Cup games, especially that Friday. So y'all better be up with me at 5 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Eastern to watch them games. World Cup starts next Friday. We'll go over the schedule at halftime as Caitlin Chen gets the ball, throws up the floater, too strong off the back rim. McBride with the rebound. Gets it over to Olivia Miles, only with a point so far. Chen guarding Miles. Miles loses the ball out of bounds. And she's saying Chen is over here using the forearm. So that defense is working here for the Valks. They just need to get some breathing room here on the offensive end. Caitlin Chen with the ball. Chen, right side, up top to Salon. Salon looking for Williams. Hands off to Williams, left side. Williams comes off the curl, right to left crossover, downhill. Juhas with the block, but Williams gets it back, but she steps out of bounds on the rebound. So Dorka Juhas with the block there, as Gabby Williams thought she had a wide open layup after that right to left crossover coming off the screen. Goes up with the left, Juhas gets it. But Gabby Williams is out of bounds. Ball in play here with Miles. Juhas sets the screen. Miles, left side to Coffee with the pump fake. Coffee throws it out to Juhas. Poked away by Charles, and it's off Charles. Go says Burton on pace for a double-double. 5 points, 3 assists for Burton so far. Ball in play here with the Lynx. Got Kyla Charles. Now Chen on her. Miles over to Coffee. Coffee has to put it up. And Coffee knocks down the 3. Nia Coffee, the ex-Atlanta Dream player, now with the Lynx for her first season. And the Lynx retake the lead. Salon gets the pass. Salon finds a cutting Charles, goes off Juhas' knee, diving on the floor, but Salon is out of bounds, and it's out of bounds. Valk seem a little frustrated with the refs so far, but listen, you got to play through it. Miles pushes quickly up in transition off of that out of bounds call. Olivia Miles with a head of steam, right to left crossover, runs right into Fee though. Fee gets it, steps in for a midi off the rim. Salon fights for the rebound. They call a loose ball foul on the Valkyries. A push in the back on Juhas. So Minnesota will retain possession. A lot of fouls being called in this one. Valkyries got to keep their composure. They're playing solid defense. Just can't continue to foul here. Give the Lynx second and third chance opportunities. Gets it over to who's that? Juhas up top to Miles. Miles starts dribbling with 8 on the clock. Miles crosses over, gets to the left into the center of the paint, throws it out. Coffee had moved out the way, and it's another turnover. Defense collapsed. Olivia Miles is saying you got into the paint, you got to shoot that floater. She got past everybody in the middle of the paint, tries to fake the pass, gives me here enough chance to rotate over, but Coffee moves a little too far up the 3-point line. 7 turnovers here by the Lynx. Ami here with the ball. Ami here, the Canadian, hands it off to Chen. Chen comes off the screen. Caitlin Chen, floater is up, too strong. Ami here goes over everybody, gets the rebound, throws it out to Gabby Williams. The pass is offline, and it's another turnover. A little sloppy here so far. Yeah, Cheryl definitely was saying you got to get that up. He was wide open. You got into the paint, did the hard work. Just shoot that floater. Napheesa goes to the bench. So Natasha Howard's in the game. Olivia Miles with the ball. She's been a little careless so far in this one. Miles over to Howard. Looks like the Valks are in a zone here. Gets it out to Coffee. Same spot as before. Can't get it to go. Salon fights over 2 Lynx players and gets the rebound. Over to Gabby Williams. Gabby up the court. Gabby throws it out to Salon. Corner to Chen. Chen, corner 3 in front of the Lynx bench. And Caitlin Chen knocks down the 3. The ex-Princeton and UConn player. And the Valks retake the lead 20-19. LA was passing to somebody on the bench from the Lynx as a miss there by Howard from the foul line. Valkyries with the rebound. Caitlin Chen with the guarded by McBride. Finds Williams. Williams wide open for 3. And it's off the back of the rim. Olivia Miles with the rebound. Miles comes off the screen. Miles with a head of steam. Miles dribbles back. Step back 3. Top of the key off the rim. Coffee skies in for the offensive rebound. Throws it back to Miles. Miles steps back. Now a midi. Now a me here with the block. And Gabby Williams with the loose ball pickup. Gabby pushes across half court. Gabby Williams, right to left crossover, dribbles back out to three, finds Salon, guarded by Miles, shoots over her, and that was a bad shot. Fight for the rebound. Kayla McBride gets it. McBride pushing in transition, loses the ball, and they call a foul on Chen, trying to poke it away from behind. McBride trips and falls. I don't know if she really touched her, but they called a foul anyway. First foul by Caitlin Chen. Nah, that's not a foul. Not a foul in my opinion. So it's 2019. Dorka Juhas goes to the bench for the Lynx. Who checks in? Anastasia Olari Kosu checks in for the Lynx. Second-year player out of Russia. She finds Coffee on the cut, almost gets it poked away, but Gabby Williams gets the actual steal. Gabby drops it off to Charles. Charles lays it in. The Valkyries defense is on one. 5 steals in the game. 22-19. Gabby Williams playing them passing lanes. 22-19. Miles finds Coffee. Valkyries back in this zone. Gets it up top to Miles. Miles left wide open for 3, and she buries it. Zone broke down there. And a timeout called, I think, by Nakase, as the game is tied at 22. 5:57 to go. Game is tied at 22. Olivia Miles knocks down the 3. That's her first field goal of the game. I mean, she's not a prolific three-point shooter, but you can't give any player of her caliber wide open shots from the top of the key. The zone just broke down there for the Valkyries. They're in a little zone, scrambling all over the place. And the ball moves faster than the man. Found a wide open player. 22 all. Very competitive game. Not mad at it at all. Not mad at all. So Bucks need to win this game after the beatdown. Yeah. They had a couple tough games so far from the for the Valkyries in their last few. Let me go look at their schedule again, because I remember that buzzer beater. They're on a 2-game losing streak after winning 1, 2, 3, 4. After winning 6 in a row. They were running on a 2-game losing streak. Lost to the Lynx by 11 last week, and then they lost to the Chicago Sky on that buzzer beater step back by Sid Taylor. Step back 3, that is, by Sid Taylor. So, if you're just joining, the Valkyries have never beaten the Minnesota Lynx since their introduction into the league. They're 0-7 in the regular season, 0-2 in the playoffs. So they're 0-9 all time versus the Lynx, trying to get their first win ever against the Lynx. Chase, what up? Says, can McBride get 17? In order for them to win tonight, she gonna need to get 17. K-Mac up to 3 points so far. Still early, but you're gonna need to get her going. Around to the Sparks first me bounce tonight. Yeah, Angel Reese has been hooping. I can't lie. She had her career high the other day. She had like 31 and like double-digit rebounds again. So yeah, that should be a good one. I'll have that in the Discord. Link in the Discord is in the YouTube description, and it's on the top right of your screen if you're watching anywhere else. You can just type that link in, join the Discord. When I'm not streaming, I'm playing live games in there. So we will be putting that Dream Sparks game in there after this game has completed. Angel said, who I got winning? I didn't even choose who I thought was gonna win previously. I'm gonna still say Lynx. Even I don't want to go with the Valkyries now that they're winning right now. But I'm gonna say Lynx. I think the Lynx will start to figure it out. Man, Sierra and Mads are philosophers here. We would have never got those answers without y'all. All right, y'all. Broadcast is back. I'm sorry for chatting your ears off. They talking about Sylvia Fowles, number retired, Lynx legend. Um, and she's an assistant coach with the Portland Fire. But they were just talking, highlighting her and her accomplishments. Burton gets downhill, throws up the floater, can't get it to go. Kosu tips it over to Miles. Game tied at 22. Finds Miles. Miles over to Caldwell. Caldwell for three from the right wing, and she splashes a three. And well, will Courtney Williams, stud bud number one, out? Caldwell has stepped up so far. That's her sixth point of the game. Knocked down 2 threes. Out to Hayes. Hayes with the catapult three. She says, I could do that too. Tip Hayes knocks down the three. And the game's tied back at 25. Approaching 5 minutes to go here. Miles off the screen. Up top to Howard. Howard finds Caldwell left side of the court this time. Back over to Miles. Miles comes off the screen. Xander Lassini sticking with her. Crossover. Miles. Oh, hezzy move. Tries to drop it off to Howard, and they call a kick ball there. And Gabby Williams saying, I had to steal. That wasn't a kick. So that means the shot clock resets to 14. Oh, so it was Maya Caldwell that was dressed up as the Spider-Man. They had somebody in the Spider-Man costume on the red carpet or the blue carpet. It was Maya Caldwell apparently. Caldwell finds Fee. Fee attacks Xander Lassini. 5 on the clock. Picks up her dribble. Gets it over to McBride. McBride's gonna have to make a quick shot. McBride step back. 3 blocked by Xander Lassini. Shot clock violation. The defense is just immaculate right now. Yeah, it looked like they confirmed it with that. Maya said, I'm starting today. I got to save the day. Maya Caldwell with 6 points, but it is Valkyries' ball. Kia Stokes gets it over to Hayes. Hayes with the ball. Hayes gets downhill to the left, cut off by Howard. Picks up her dribble, tries to lob it up to Kia Stokes, who catches it, finds Burton in the right corner. Burton gets around McBride, throws it over to Gabby. Gabby on the drive. Gabby spins, shoots. Tough shot. Oh my gosh, Gabby couldn't throw a rock in the ocean when she's wide open. Hits a turnaround fade, gives the Valkyries the lead, 27-25. Oh, good deflection there by Hayes. Miles tried to bullet that pass in, and Burton on the attack. Stops at the foul line, knocks down the foul line jumper. So points off turnovers up for the Valkyries, 29-25. Their 6th steal of the night as Napheesa tries to go downhill on Gabby. Stops, takes the bump, throws up the floater, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Williams tips it to herself, and she has the rebound. 7-0 run here by the Valkyries, responding to the 6-0 run by the Minnesota Lynx. Finds Gabby in the right corner. Guarded by Howard. Gabby dances. Oh, bounce pass is a backcourt violation. Kia Stokes. They're saying somebody tipped it. It didn't look like anybody deflected it, but maybe Natasha Howard deflected it. Let's see. Oh, Kayla McBride touched it. Yeah, so McBride with the top. So it stays with the Valkyries. Ball stays with the Valkyries. Burton over to Hayes. Hayes pump fakes. Hezzy move, blows by everybody. Finds Xander Lassini wide open for 3 off the side of the rim. Stokes with the offensive rebound. Finds Burton. Burton up top to Hayes. Hayes. Xander Lassini pump fakes. She drives. Takes the midi. Knocks it down. That's what Xander Lassini does. Playing against her former team from a couple years ago in the Minnesota Lynx. The Italian Stallion knocks it down 31-25. And the Valkyries with the lead. It's Tip Hayes with the dribble penetration, collapsing the defense, gets it over to Xander Lassini, pump fakes for 3, steps in, gets to that nice mid-range jumper, and knocks it down. Xander Lassini up to 4 points. So far, it's 2 of 6 from the field. She getting them shots up tonight, though. I'll tell you that much. 31-25. Valkyries with the lead. Biggest lead of the game for them. Mad salute for the Jules. Appreciate you. So the Valkyries said, we not going down with another loss here. We tired of losing, y'all. And they're actually After a slow offensive start, the offense has come around thanks to their defensive intensity. 6 steals already in this first half. Let me see if I could find the points in the paint stats here. I have to go on the NBA on the W website for that. Yeah, their stats not even updated. This site is so bad when it comes to stats. Excuse me. See if I could find it on the actual like stats page. Let's see. Points in the paint. Valkyries are winning the points in the paint 12-4. Points off turnovers. The Valkyries 10 points off of the turnovers that the Lynx have the Lynx have had. Excuse me, English is hard. So it's 31-25. Salute everyone. YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. Salute to everyone tapped in. Make sure you leave a like or follow. Subscribe, share. Helps the channel out tremendously. At halftime, we'll go over the box score, the team stats, the upcoming schedule. We'll talk about some FIBA news. And we'll talk about some other WNBA news that released over the last couple of days. Bree said the Lynx need to lock in. Yeah, they gotta figure some things out. With no Courtney Williams today, they're trying to find offense from other sources, other ball handlers. And Olivia Miles is not having one of her Olivia Miles type games. Coupled with the defensive intensity from the Valkyries, it's been a tough one so far for the Lynx. Oh my gosh. I got some ginger juice here. That ginger's strong, boy. Ooh. Ooh. Man, that'll wake you up though. Better than any caffeine. That ginger will wake you up. Made me tear a little bit. All right. Broadcasters coming back to talk about Simone Augustus, legend out of LSU, and former Lynx player, current Lynx associate or assistant coach. Simone Augustus. Absolute beast. I still have the Lynx winning, but the Valkyries are playing really well right now. It looks like they highlight. It's funny because the Lynx have 2 of their former players on the assistant coach ranks right now. Lindsay Whalen, Simone Augustus, and they're both Hall of Famers. Ball with the Lynx, and Caldwell has a kickball here by Hayes. Valkyries on a 9-0 run in the last 2 minutes, 15 seconds. (31-25). Coach Nakase looking intently at the stat sheet in her hand. Ball over to Kosu. Kosu dribbles right, heads it over to McBride. McBride, cross court to Caldwell. Caldwell, no hesitation for 3. And that's 3 threes for Maya Caldwell. It's a 3-point game, 31-28. Ball in play here with Kia Stokes. Stokes over to Hayes. Hayes, hezzy move, gets baseline ball poked away, and it goes out of bounds off the Lynx. They're saying, the Lynx players are saying, nah, that's off her. That's off Hayes. So they're showing the replay here. Hayes drives, gives a little heady move. Ball gets slapped away. It goes off Hayes, the back of Hayes' leg, it looks like, on that. And Cheryl Reeve is saying, I don't want to waste my challenge here, but I got to use it. Just say nobody saw that? Come on now. So Cheryl Reeve not happy. She has to burn her challenge of the game on that. So we have our first challenge of the game. And they're showing the replay again. Hayes drives baseline, ball gets poked away by Howard off the knee, off the back of Hayes' left ankle. So that's definitely going to be Minnesota ball when they come back from the timeout. I'm at who wouldn't want to coach alongside Coach Cheryl Reeve? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Conline said that Dallas wins wing over the Portland Fire tomorrow, clinches the final playoff spot available. That might be the incentive for me to do that game. That might be the incentive to do that game tomorrow. I am working from home tomorrow, so I might do that. Right, so they're reviewing this previous play. Looks like they're done now. Let's see what the call is. I say, hey, what's going on? That's what they playing. I didn't just think of that song. Who sings that song? Somebody should know it. So the crowd is cheering, which means the Minnesota Lynx have won that challenge, excuse me, should be their basketball. Right? 31-28, 2:35 to go here in the second quarter. Weak Sierra, that's funny. Kayla McBride with the ball. Gets it over to Natasha Howard. Ball poked away by Gabby. Gabby's hands have been active tonight. McBride has it back over to Fee. Fee dribbles right, back over to K-Mac. K-Mac down to Howard. Poked away and stolen again by the Valkyries. Veronica Burton outsized, but was still able to get around and get that deflection. Hayes with it. Hayes, top of the key here. Calls for the screen. Gets it over to Gabby. Gabby looking for Burton. Burton pump fakes for three. Burton out to Gabby. Can Gabby knock down a three? Yes, she can. Gabby Williams cashes out from three. It's 34-28. 13 points off turnovers here for the Valkyries. The Lynx have 0 points off of the Valkyries turnovers. K-Mac, quick catch, shot, three, can't get it to go. Howard gets the offensive rebound and the putback. Quiets that Valkyries rundown, but Gabby Williams quickly on the attacker, reaching here by Kayla McBride on the other end. 1:31 to go, 4-point game, 34-30. Oh, is that the actual name of them? That's what they're called? I thought you were just saying that like facetiously, Sierra, that there is probably 4 non-blondes. That's hilarious. Ball over to Xander Lassini for three, way off. Rebound to Caldwell. Yeah, Liz, Studbud's hurt. Caldwell gets the ball down to Napheesa. They quadruple teamer. Throws it out to Caldwell and a reach in there by Hayes on the drive. I really thought y'all was just saying it was just 4 people who are not blonde. That is hilarious. Golden State is showing their defensive stats there. They're on top of the league in all the major categories, opponent points, all that. Ball in play with Natasha Howard, left side of the court, post up on Janelle Salon, gets into the paint, throws it out to Delaird, the German, and she misses. Ball with Veronica Burton, under a minute to go. Crossover by Burton. Over to Salon. Salon finds Williams. Williams with the ball. Williams crossover into the paint, throws up the floater, and it's an air ball. Rebound to Howard. Howard finds K-Mac. K-Mac down the lane, finds Fee. Fee, floaters up, knocks it down. It's a 2-point game, 34-32. Francisco says Minnesota just doesn't foul. Yeah. Okay, Veronica Burton, 6-second difference shot clock and game clock here, 15 seconds to go. Burton at half court. Salon sets the screen. Out to Janelle. Janelle steps back, finds Gabby. With 1 on the clock, Gabby puts it up. Air ball. It's a shot clock violation. Chemo's funny. Nah, Courtney's on the bench. She got her do-rag on with a jacket on right now. She out there. So it's 5 seconds to go here. 2-point game. Napheesa trying to tell him what to do. Napheesa trying to tell him to get into it. Gets over to K-Mac. K-Mac with 3 on the clock. K-Mac steps through, throws up the floating scoop. Can't get it to go. And that's how the half ends. So at the end of 2 quarters, the Valkyries up 34-32. 34-32. The top 2 teams in the league going at it right now. With Minnesota with a win clinched the #1 overall seed in the WNBA 2026 playoffs. Valkyries trying to stop that or at least slow that down for one more game. 34-32 at halftime. All right, usually we'll go over the box score, the team stats. Box score, team stats, we'll do it all here. So make sure you guys stay tapped in. Take a look at it. 34-32. Let's take a look at the scores in the first couple quarters here. Golden State actually won the first quarter, 17-16. And then Deja Vu, Groundhog's Day, they win the second quarter, 17-16 again. Coincidence? I think not. Kayla Thor in 3 minutes, no points. She's having a struggle game. Gabby Williams with 5 points on 2 of 8 shooting. She does have 2 steals, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Andolacini with 4 points on 2 of 7 shooting. She can't knock down any threes tonight, though. Kia Stokes, 4 rebounds, no points. Veronica Burton with 7 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. Off the bench, me here with 4 minutes, 1 block, though. She got that block on somebody. Zaya just seen your comment. She feeling like Tupac. Word, a durag with the baldy is crazy. Janelle Salon with 11 minutes, 6 points. 11 minutes for Hayes with 7 points. She was a catalyst in a lot of their offense there. 3 assists as well for Tip Hayes. Kyla Charles with 2. Caitlin Chen with 3. Whoops, we're resizing stuff. They're shooting 39% from the field, 25% from 3. And they haven't been to the foul line 1 time tonight. Crazy. But they do have 7 steals as a team. For Minnesota, you got Natasha Howard, 15 minutes, 7 points, 6 rebounds. Fee with 6 points, 5 rebounds. K-Mac with 3 points on 1 of 6 shooting from 3. 9 for Maya Caldwell in this might be her first start of the season, if my memory serves me correct. And 4 points for Olivia Miles with 4 assists, but does have 4 turnovers. Been throwing the ball all over the gym tonight. Nia Coffey with 3 points, and that's the only bench production the Lynx have received tonight. Remember, Studbud 1 is out. Courtney Williams is out, injured. So their bench is usually Nia Coffey and Maya Caldwell. Caldwell has to step into the starting lineup. That leaves the bench a little short with some unproven players, like looking at Antonia Dallaire, Kosu, and Joklova. I mean, Juhas is the other veteran on this team, but even she's not enough to carry. 35% from the field, 35% from 3, 67% from the line on 6 attempts. But they have 10 turnovers in that first half. My bad. Let's take a look at the team stats. Team stats coming up here. So you can see the amount of shot attempts: 15 for 38 for the Valkyries, 11 for 31 for the Lynx. They both teams shooting in the 30% range. 25% from 3 for the Valks, 35 for the Lynx. We already talked about the free throw. The Lynx are winning the rebound battle 20-15. The Valkyries are winning the assist battle 13-9, winning the steals battle 7-0. The blocks battle is tied at 2. Total turnovers, 11 total turnovers for the Lynx, giving up 13 points off those turnovers. 6 turnovers for the Valkyries. They haven't given up a point off of their turnovers. 4 fast break points for the Valks compared to none for the Lynx. Valkyries winning the points in the paint battle 14-8. They are out fouling the Lynx 8-2. Largest lead was 6 for the Valkyries, 8 for the Lynx, and percent led, you could see it there. Chemo, they have used Bibby. I think they played Bibby maybe like 2 minutes last game. But they haven't played her any significant amount of minutes. All right, so that's the box score and the team stats for this game. Let's take a look at the games that are coming up, people. The game that is coming up, not that are. There's only one more game tonight, and it's between the Atlanta Dream and the LA Sparks. Atlanta 24-13 overall, 12-7 on the road. Sparks are 13-24, 6-12 at home. They have already been eliminated from playoff or postseason contention, so I expect to see a lot of the bench playing, or the younger players. If you're into the whole betting thing, Atlanta's 10.5 point favorites. Looking at the season series, Atlanta was leading the season series 2-0. They could sweep the season series with a win tonight. That game is on Peacock or NBC Sports Network. They just played on the 20th, which was 4 days ago, and that was the game that Sparks absolutely got smoked, 124-88. I think that's the game Angel Reese went like perfect from the field. I think she was like 9 for 9 or something crazy like that. I'm looking at the injuries. Brianna Jones is out, and Ray Burrell is a game time decision. So we'll see how that goes down tonight, people. That will be in the Discord. I won't be streaming that here on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. So join the Discord. Link is in the YouTube description. It's at the top right of your screen if you're watching the visual aspect. All right, so that's that. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule, and then we'll dive into some more things before we get into a break. Before we come back from the break. So tomorrow, 3 games on the docket: Chicago, Connecticut, Portland, Dallas, as Con Landing mentioned to me. I think Portland with a loss is eliminated from playoff contention. So that might be a game that we'll do tomorrow at 8 p.m. on NBA TV. And then Washington, Phoenix at 10 p.m. Phoenix, nothing to play for. Washington probably just trying to get higher in the seeds. Wednesday, Golden State and Connecticut, Toronto, Seattle. That's another day of games that are like shaky. Don't know if I'll do anything there. Thursday, you got Golden State on the second night of a back-to-back. They played New York. I'll be at that game, so there'll be no watch-along on Thursday. Washington and Phoenix at 10 p.m. Those games are on Prime. And then Friday, got a full slate of games: Portland, Atlanta, Connecticut, Indiana, Toronto, Vegas, and Washington and LA. And then we have on Saturday, Chicago and New York, and Toronto, Phoenix. Sunday, Minnesota, Atlanta. That should be a good one on Sunday. Minnesota, Atlanta, LA, Seattle, Golden State, Portland, and Connecticut and Dallas. So that's the upcoming schedule from now until Sunday. So we'll see which ones we do. I think that Minnesota Atlanta game should be interesting. I may do that on Sunday. The rest of these matchups throughout the week looking a little shaky to me. So we'll keep an eye on it, but we shall see. I'm looking at your comments. Con Landing says, does Lynn Roberts get a 3rd season? I don't think so. I think the GM that hired her is gone now, so she next out the door. Her office probably already packed. She probably pack it over the FIBA break pretty much. She's out the door. She probably go back to college or something because she's cooked. Thursday, Stewie's birthday. Dope. KT's a ghost this game. I love KT, but I gotta call it how I see it. She a ghost. What did I want to focus? I wanted to focus on the FIBA schedule. So, let me see. So this is the FIBA World Cup tournament is from September 4th to the 13th. I always get this wrong. Let me see. 4th to the 13th. Yep. 4th to the 13th is when the FIBA schedule is. Today, the French Federation released the WNBA players that will be reporting to be with the team for the FIBA World Cup because it was up in the air. So as we can see here, it says Layla LeCon from the Connecticut Sun. Valeriana Ayayi from Phoenix will go. Janelle Salon and Gabby Williams from the Golden State Valkyries game that we're doing now. They'll arrive on August 29th. So that's in 5 days. Carla Late, I don't know why they have Toronto Tempo. I think that's a typo. That should be Portland Fire. Carla Late, Pauline Astier, and Marine Johannes from the Liberty will reach Berlin on Sunday, August 30th. And then Dom Malonga from the Storm will be the last to arrive in Germany, arriving on August 31st. They're currently training at their sports facility out in France. They'll face Italy in a training match on the 27th and 28th behind closed doors. And then at the end of these 2 meetings, the Blue staff will reveal the list of 12 players who will participate. So these are the only players that are reporting from the WNBA. They still have their other players that play in other leagues overseas to decide, to look at and decide who will play. All right, so that's all. I just wanted to update you guys with that for those who support players who play on the French national team. But their team should be good. So who will be taken to the court for the big show? They've released, if you go to the FIBA basketball site, they've been updating with the teams and their roster. So as you can see, for Australia, you got Chloe Bibby, Izzy Borlays, you got Jade Melbourne, Alana Smith, Steph Talbot, Sammy Whitcomb, all from the WNBA will be representing Australia. Belgium, those who know Emma Mieseman, she played with the Liberty last year, played with the Mystics in the past as well, Chicago Sky as well. Julie Von Loo, Julie Alamon, Linskins, Dallaire from Minnesota in this game will all be playing. China yet to be announced, but I'm assuming Lee Yuru, Hanshu will be going over there. Czechia, you got Hamzova. She plays for Hamzova plays for for the Minnesota Lynx. So she'll be over there. Let me see if there's anybody else. Chekova, she'll be over there, but I think she's hurt actually, but she should be over there still as well. France, we already spoke about France. Germany, it should be Dallaire, should be Leonie Phoebus. No, Satu Sabali will be over there. Because Satu's still dealing with the effects of multiple head injuries. Niara Sabali up in the air as well, so we'll see about Niara. Hungary, I don't think there's any WNBA. Oh, Dorka Juhas, the one player from Hungary that'll, the one WNBA player from Hungary that'll be over there. Italy, you got Xander Lassini, from Golden State. She'll be over there. Nobody else really. Lorella Kuba used to play in the W, but she's not in the W this year. Constanza Verona was a developmental player with Dallas, I believe. She'll be over there as well. Japan, only one I know is Maya Yamamoto. She'll be over there. Now, Rui Machida, she used to play in the W in years past as well. I'm looking who else. Korea, Jiyeon Park plays for the Sparks. And for Mali, I don't think anybody in the W plays for Mali. Let me see. Sika Kone, I know Sika Kone. Nigeria yet to be announced. Puerto Rico as well. Spain, we got a couple players from Spain there. Raquel Carrera, Awafam. Turkey, I think Kennedy Burke is on this Turkey team. Turkey, sorry, I always say Turkey for some reason. And then we got the USA team down here. So, and we know the USA roster already. Let me catch up on your comments. Kimo said Germany's toast. Yeah, without Satu and Niara healthy, it just sucks because there's the 1 year they're actually hosting the tournament. You would want to put your best foot forward, and two of your top 3-4 players are hurt, which is tough. So, looking at the TikTok comments, who's my all WNBA first team? I'm gonna go Caitlin. It's gonna be tough. I definitely gotta put Asia there. Gotta put Kelsey there. So that's 2. I like what Miles has been doing as well. I'm a little biased, so I'm gonna put Asia, Stewie, Kelsey, Caitlin, Miles. I think that's what I'm gonna have to go with. So you got Miles and Caitlin. Then you got Kelsey and Stewie and Asia. Something like that. Something like that. I haven't really put too much thought into it. You just put me on the spot there. Let's take a look at the games because I will be streaming some of these games, but I need y'all to tap in with me. So I'll try and do all the USA games, of course, but I also want to take a look at some of these other teams. So not doing Japan, Mali, or Australia, Puerto Rico. On Friday, September 4th, 8:15 Eastern, USA, China. Make sure y'all there because I don't want to be talking to myself. We'll be doing that one. I do want to see the Spain-Germany game. We'll see. But I do want to take a look at what France is doing as well. I might do this game as well. I might do 2 games on the first day. Hungary and France. We might tap in there. So at least I'm going to just give y'all the schedule for that first day. All the teams play on day 1. So USA, China at 8:15 a.m. Eastern. And then Hungary, France at 3 p.m. Eastern. Seriously, that's what I got to do. I got to reach all the different demographics. Jacob says, who do you think will ultimately end up winning MVP? I think Asia will win MVP. Who do I think deserves it? That's tough. I mean, my criteria is your team has to be like a upper seed. So like a top 3 seed. And your numbers have to be up there as well. Because everything can be subjective. It's like, oh, if you take this person out, their team sucks, but you took this person out and their team doesn't suck. I mean, is it my fault that your GM didn't construct your team well enough to still be able to play well when one player is out? I mean, so that's sort of the subjectivity I see a lot of people put into it. But I think Asia's gonna win it. Her numbers are just nuts. But Olivia has a good case, but it's just not good enough as we get the third quarter started. Thanks for those are good questions. Good questions. Those games will be play by play, Jacob. Those games will be play by play. FIBA's super strict. FIBA got my last one of my highlight channels out of here for cutting up highlights. So I don't mess with FIBA and showing it. YouTube, I got 3 copyright strikes in like 2 minutes, and my whole X channel, highlights channel got eliminated. So I don't mess with FIBA stuff, showing it live. But Natasha Howard gets a layup to get the third quarter started, ties the game at 34. I couldn't even appeal that account. Thankfully, I made it on a whole different email. Because the way YouTube does it, they would have suspended all accounts on that email. So thankfully, I made it on another one. Xander Lassini shoots a fadeaway and knocks down to 2. Game's 36-34. Jump pass over to Napheesa. Olivia Miles for the top of the key here. Miles, right to left crossover. Miles, left hand scoop. Can't get it to go. Howard is feasting on the boards and gets fouled on the putback. Natasha Howard's been killing on the boards. Jacob, I'm not going for anybody, but I think the Lynx will win this game. That was my initial pick. Let me end this poll on YouTube before y'all start cheating and changing your vote. On YouTube, let me see what y'all said. End poll. There we go. 55% said Lynx, 45% said Valkyries. So we'll see. 36-35, Natasha Howard at the line. Free throw is up. Knocks down the second free throw. So game tied at 36, people. 36 all. Evenly matched game compared to the last time these two teams faced off. It was all Lynx as Xander Lassini shoots another 3. Can't get it to go. Miles chases down another rebound. Miles with it. Guarded by KT. Over to Howard. Howard down to Fee. Fee seals Williams in the paint. One leg fall away. Can't get it to go. And Kia Stokes with the rebound. Over to Veronica Burton. Burton crosses half court. Burton dribbles to the top of the 3-point line. Calling out the plays. Burton hands it off to Zandalicini, guarded by McBride. Get down the lane, throws up the floater, gets fouled on the drive, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Looked like she got popped in the mouth there. So she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Zandalicini, the 3-point shot not falling tonight, but she's getting to the basket against her former team. Oh yeah, Maya Caldwell catches her on the upswing, and she knew it as well. Jacob said, "Did I watch the Indiana game last night?" No, I didn't get to watch it. I was out at a event, so I didn't get to watch it. I caught some of the highlights. Caitlin was doing her thing. Thankfully, we got her on the first night where we slowed her down a tiny bit. As Zandalicini knocks down both free throws, game tied at, well, Valkyries in the lead, 38-36, excuse me. That was the first and second free throws of the game for the Valkyries. It's crazy. Ball over to Miles. Miles on the attack with Burton guarding her. Backs up, gets the screen from Howard. Finds Caldwell. Caldwell trying to continue her 3-point dominance, way off. Williams just skies over everybody and gets the rebound. Gabby, right to left crossover on Miles. Takes the left-hand scoop. Can't get it to go. Was not even close. Miles with the rebound and pushing. Miles finds Fee. Fee stops. Oh, tries to drop it off to Howard. Too many passes. Burton with another steal. That might be 8 steals on the night for the Valkyries. Burton finds Williams. Williams right to left cross. Calling for KT. Gets it back out to Miles. Sorry, out to Burton. Top of the key. Burton looks to attack. Gets around Caldwell and draws the foul on Caldwell. That's third fouls. That's 3 fouls on Valkyries. Waller, Kayla Thornton is playing. She's just not having a good night at all. Gabby Williams goes to the bench. Jacob, I'll answer your question. Also, my final 4 teams in the playoffs. I don't know right now. I'll get back to you on that one at the next break. I got to think about that. Ball over to Tip Hayes. Hayes with the crossover. Gets to the left-hand scoop, and scores. Tiffany Hayes. Right to left to right, then right to left again. Down the lane, left-hand lay. And they have a 4-point lead, 40-36. Olivia Miles with the ball. Comes off the screen. Gets it out to K-Mac, down to Howard. Howard against Stokes. Howard dribbles out, gets it to feed. Ball gets poked away and stolen. Veronica Burton, doesn't matter if the person's bigger. Her hands are in the passing lane. Burton on the quick attack. Out to Hayes. Hayes, that catapult 3 off the front of the rim. Fight for the rebound, and Kayla McBride gets fouled. Got hit in the face as there's a loose ball foul there. Oh, they call this on Zandalicini for a little push in the back. Going for that rebound. All right, so it is Lynx ball. Fee hands it off to Kayla McBride. She only has 3 points. She got to wake up. Ball down to Fee. Fee against Zandalicini. Oh, good hezzy move. Goes up. She can't get it off the glass. And ball rebounded by KT over to Burton. Valkyries defense is just on one tonight. Burton hands it off to Zandalicini. Attacks Chloe Bibby. People were asking about Bibby. Bibby's in the game. Hayes gets by everybody. Throws it out to Salon. Over to Zandalicini. Pump fakes on the drive. Stops. Reverse pivot. Fall away. Good. Zandalicini. Showing off the feet work there. And it's 42-36. Ball over to Miles. Dancing with it. Zandalicini up to 10 points. As Miles gets downhill. Left-hand lay is good. She was just dancing with it too. They needed something. Ball here with Burton. Burton back, walking down Miles. Right to left cross. Comes back right into the paint. Finds Salon in the right corner. Pump fakes for 3. Sidestep. 3 over Fee off the rim. K-Mac with the rebound. K-Mac pushing in transition. K-Mac drops it off to Olivia. Olivia calls for the screen from Fee. Fee sets the screen. Didn't really work. Miles gets tripped up. And Hayes is saying, I didn't do anything. Hayes going over to Nakase like, yo, there's no foul there. But they're showing the Zandalicini last play. She drove right, stopped, reverse pivot, fall away. That's dirty. Timeout Golden State. They may review this. They're gonna, because that was 4 fouls on Hayes. They're gonna review this. Coach Nakase, and they are doing the twirl fingers here. So we'll see. Jacob asked me, what are my final 4 teams? Let me just send something before the TikTok thinks I'm sleeping again. They always think I'm inactive or something. I'm just hit salute. My final 4 teams, I'm gonna say, if the standings stay what they are, quiet Siri. If the standings say what they are, stay where they are right now. You got the 1-8 matchup would be Minnesota Dallas. I'm going Minnesota. You got 2-7 Golden State Washington. I might go Washington here to keep it 100 with y'all. The bigs of the Valkyries. The bigs of the Valkyries are a little shaky to me. I don't think that's a good matchup. Let me see what the season series is before I'm over here talking crazy. Yeah, they won 1 and lost. Golden State won the season series 2-1. I don't really, whatever, that was July 6th, July 18th. But Washington won the most recent one, 90-82. The other ones were back in July, so I'm going off recent stuff. So I'm gonna say Washington. Nah, I'm chatting. Nah, I'm saying Washington. Let me stand on it. I'm standing on Washington. Dang, I wish there was like they had like a bracket. Let me see if I could find. Does the WNBA website have a bracket yet? I know like the NBA, when it gets closer to the playoffs, they like have a live bracket. Let me see if the W has joined them. I doubt it though. They never really do. Of course they don't. I'm gonna have to talk to somebody at the office. But back to this. So Washington. Then we got 3-6 Aces Liberty. I'm going Liberty. If we got everybody on the Liberty, I'm going Liberty. And then 4-5 Dream Fever. I'm gonna go Fever. So that means 4-5. Whoever wins that will play the 2-7. So that means Fever Mystics. I'm going Fever. Or is it? How does that go? Is it 1-8 plays 4-5, 2-7 plays 3-6? Yeah, I think that's how that goes. Anyways, I'm gonna say Minnesota, New York, Indiana. Washington? No, I don't know. I think, but Minnesota, New York, Indiana is 3. I gotta look at the bracket. Successful challenge there. Successful challenge. So Golden State will get the opportunity to have one more challenge. So the Tiffany Hayes foul is rescinded. Who holds the WNBA record for the longest active? Yeah, Courtney Williams had 196 consecutive game streak snapped today after sitting out due to injury. Damn. She had the record. And balls out of bounds on the rebound attempt by the Valkyries. Minnesota gets another possession. 196 games. And gone just like that. Salute to her. It's a Minnesota ball. 42-38. My broadcast just went crappy. Miles gets downhill, turns the corner, lays it in with the right hand. 2-point game. 42-40. 2-point game, people. All right, they cleared up now. Olivia Miles up to 8 points. Tip Hayes with the ball. Hayes with it. Hayes jabs right. Attacks left. Downhill. Left hand. High scoop and draws the foul. So Hayes will go to the line. As always, she ends up on the floor. Hayes will go to the line for 2 free throws. All right, I pulled the bracket up now. So it's 1-8 plays 4-5. Got it. Okay, and then 2-7, 3-6. Okay. Tip Hayes at the line for 2 free throws. First one is up. Knocks it down. Second free throw is up and knocks it down. K-Mac with the ball. Chloe Bibby for 3 off the side of the backboard. My word. Rebound goes to Napheesa. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix something here for us right quick. Ball with Miles. Miles crossover. Snatchback dribble. It goes. Oh, K-Mac saves it from going back court. 7 on the clock. Kayla McBride. She fumbles it. Guarded by Kia Stokes. Right to left crossover. Throws it out to Bibby. Bibby on the drive. Off balance floater. And she knocks it down. Chloe Bibby, the Australian sensation, knocks it down. So it's 44-42. 22 bench points for the Valkyries. That was only the 4th bench point for the Lynx. Ball over to Charles. Charles drives right. Gets cut off by Fee. Charles hands off to Salon. Almost poked away. 1 on the clock. Off balance. Fall away. Can't get it to go. Kia Stokes. A 2-hand volleyball tap back in. Miles comes off the screen. Miles gets downhill, throws up the floater, too strong off the glass, fight for the rebound, out of bounds. They're saying it's off of, and the referee saying it's my fault. It is Lynx ball. It got tapped out by Kia Stokes, excuse me. Ball over to Napheesa. Napheesa drives right, gets it over to K-Mac. Quick release for 3, and she's off. And Stokes gets the tipped rebound. My broadcast just went back like 5 seconds. So, Hayes with the crossover gets downhill, throws up the floater, can't get it to go. Hayes gets fouled on a reach-in by Caldwell. Or is it by Miles? They call it on Miles, excuse me. So Tip Hayes, just a veteran presence here, just always aggressive, but always falling on the floor. It's not a shooting foul, no shooting foul, so it is Stokes ball, Valkyrie's ball with Stokes. Hands it off to Hayes. Hayes, the catapult for 3, and the 3 from the right wing is cash. It's 49-42. Jacob said what I thought about Michaela Timpson's improvement. Yo, since she's been in the starting lineup, they've been playing pretty well. She plays her role really well. McBride off balance, throws up the floater off glass, draws the foul on Caitlin Chen. So McBride will go into the line for 2 free throws. Maz, I just seen your comment. She dead hit me with the calm down. Page funny for that. So McBride at the line knocks down the first free throw. She's been a little shaky today. Keep it 100 with you. The shot is not there. K-Mac, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. There's still time in this game, people. Don't give up hope. Keep hope alive. All right, cool. I think I got the delay working properly now. 49-44. K-Mac knocks down both. 49-44. Who's this? Got Caitlin Chen out to Stokes. Stokes looking for Hayes. Hayes pump fakes. Hayes down the lane. Over to Gabby. Finds Salon in the corner. Pump fake. 3 up. Cash. Janelle Salon hit him with the quick pump fake. Shorty went flying into the first row. Relocated and cashes out from 3. Timeout here by Cheryl Reeve. It's the largest lead of the game for the Golden State Valkyries. 52-44. Oh, yeah, it was Nia Coffee. Coffee in the front row. Janelle says, excuse me. Held a follow through. Cashes out. 52-44. Hey, that Lynx prediction looking a little shaky right now. They look all out of sorts. They look all out of sorts, people. Let me take a look at what they got going on. Golden State winning the quarter 18-12. In the morning, I lose my breath. Kayla Thornton having a stinker. 8 minutes, no points. 0 for 2. Gabby Williams, 5 points in 18 minutes. She gotta do something here. You can't just play defense and not score. Xander Lassini with 10. Got 2 for Stokes, 7 for Burton. Their bench is what's doing it. Hayes with 14 to lead the team in scoring. 9 for Salon, 2 for Charles, 3 for Chen. You got 28 points from your bench. Starters got to do a little bit more here. Starters got to do a little bit more for me here. For the Lynx, you got Howard with 11.7 rebounds. Fee with 6.7 rebounds. She got to wake up. I don't know what she doing. Kayla McBride, nasty shooting night. 1 for 8, 5 points. 9 for Caldwell in her start. 8 for Miles, but she's 3 for 10. Has 4 assists, 4 turnovers. And they only getting 5 off the bench. 3 from Coffee and 2 from Bibby on that desperation shot. So a lot on the line here for the, not a lot, but clinching the number 1 seed would be good for the Lynx to do before the FIBA break. Nothing to worry about. Ball out to Coffee. Coffee for 3. Can't get it to go. Hayes with the rebound. Yeah, VB with 7 and 7 on double watch. Caitlin Chen with the ball. Comes off the screen. Guarded by Coffee. So, Chen with it. Chen just dribbling the air out the ball. Coffee pressing her. Attacks Coffee, gets downhill, jump pass over to Hayes. Hayes pump fakes for 3. Out to Gabby. Gabby with 2 on the clock. Gabby contested 2 is good. She can't buy a 3, but she can hit these contested 2s. And it's a 10-point game, 54-44. Valks on a 10-2 run. McBride down the lane, throws up a wild scoop shot. She likes this scoop. And McBride points at Tiffany Hayes like, yeah, the foul was on you. That's 4. That one's definitely a foul. Gabby looked like she about to cry on the court sometimes. She just got that face. So Kayla McBride at the line for 2 free throws. 92% foul shooter this season. And she knocks it down. 13 seasons for K-Mac. Fun fact, she was on the San Antonio Stars team with Becky Hammond when Becky Hammond was playing. Becky was Kayla's veteran back then. Crazy how time flies, right? As K-Mac knocks down the second. 54-46. Yeah, K-Mac is old. I think she's 34. Chen over to Gabby, over to Hayes, over to Gabby. Gabby loads up for 3, in and out. Hayes with the offensive rebound, double clutches, can't get it to go, and K-Mac gets the rebound. Lynx didn't make, oh, that should have been an offensive foul, but they don't call it. Over to Coffee, over to Fee. Fee attacks Hayes, throws it out to Howard. Howard snakes through the pass, stops in the paint, throws it out to Nia. Nia on the drive. Nia finds Delaire in the corner. Delaire goes up, gets blocked by Kia Stokes out of bounds. Defense scrambling all over. Rotation there by Kia Stokes. There was 3 seconds to go here. Lynx have to get a shot off. Delaire gets it into Coffee. Coffee stops. One leg fall away and sneaks it in over Janelle Salon. 54-48. Two for one opportunity still alive here for the Lynx, but the Valkyries have it. They're gonna just play for one possession for them. Chen over to Salon. Salon out to Hayes. Hayes pump fakes for three. Goes behind the back. Tries to attack Fee. Almost loses it. Gets it out to Gabby with 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3. Gabby off the screen going right. Gabby gets downhill. Gets the ball deflected and stolen. But they call a foul there on Howard with 0.5 on the clock. Gabby got downhill. Natasha Howard picked up. 1, 2. Oh, that's a clean strip. Ooh, that looked clean to me, but they don't want to waste that challenge. Gabby at the line misses the first. Safe. I guess it's safe that you didn't burn the challenge there. She missed. Ball don't lie, they say. Chen and Hayes go to the bench. Hayes is going to be important in the second half. Burton checks back in as Gabby knocks down 1 of 2. It's 55-48. Shot clock is off. K-Mac with the ball. K-Mac with the crossover. Guarded full court by Charles. Over to Fee. Fee gets the screen from Howard. Fee down to Howard with 3 on the clock. Howard has to take a contested jumper off the back of the rim. Coffee puts it in, but I don't think the shot counts. They're going to review it, but I don't think Coffee got it off in time. But they're going to review that. So it could be either a 5-point game or stay at 7 here. It looked late to me. 5, 4, 3. Yeah, it was way late. Way late. Way late. So it's going to be 55-48 going into the fourth and final quarter. All right. So through 3, the Valkyries have the lead. They'll update the score shortly once they get the official wording from the ref. But looking at that replay, it definitely will not count. Overturned. Basket, no basket. Yep. Nah, I'm talking about K-Mac old, but K-Mac only 2 years older than me. But it's old in terms of she playing with somebody who's been a coach in this league for 4 or 5 years now. That's the only thing we're saying. That she's old. Yep, so they fixed the score 55-48. Tip old, though. Tip been in the league for ages. How old is Tip? Tip Hayes. Let me see if I can find it. Tip Hayes is 36 years old. Jeez, 14 seasons in the league. 4-star Cone said you need Howard to stay at 7 rebounds. I don't think so, my friend. That's gonna be a tough one. All right, box score. Well, we have some time. I'll show y'all the box score. Come on, go to the box score before I beat you up. There we go. Update the score because the score is wrong. Thank you. All right, 55-48. The Valkyries outscored the Lynx 21-16 in that third quarter. You got Gabby Williams with 8 on 3 of 11 shooting, 10 for Zandalicini, 2 for Stokes, 7 for Burton. Stokes does have a couple blocks, 2 blocks for her. Me here, none. 9 for Salon, 14 for Hayes, 2 for Charles, 3 for Chen, 41% from the field, 26% from 3. Over here talking to my technology. What can you say? Minnesota, you got Natasha Howard with 11. Napheesa with 6. 7 for K-Mac. 1 of 9 shooting. Not playing well at all. 9 for Caldwell. 8 for Olivia Miles on 3 of 10 shooting. Not her best game. 2 for the Jules, man. Appreciate you as always. Nia Coffey with 7. 2 for Bibby. They're shooting 33% from the field. 27% from 3. 83% from the line. And they have 12 turnovers. They had like 10 turnovers at half. They've only had 2 since, or was it 11 turnovers at half? Only 2 since. So shout out to the Lynx for cleaning up their turnover woes. Salute to everyone who's tapped in. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, follow, share. Helps the channel out tremendously. We'll be back tomorrow for Dallas and Portland. With a Dallas win, Portland is eliminated from playoff contention, and then we'll have our top 8 teams The only thing that is left to decide is what position those teams would fall in. But if the Portland Fire lose to the Dallas Wings tomorrow, they'll be the final team eliminated from the playoff contention. And then we could just have to figure out what seed these other teams fall into. So make sure you stay tapped in. Make sure those noti bells are on so you get notified when I go live. TG4, salute. What's going on? I was like, I thought my boy forgot. Salute, salute. All right, fourth quarter, people. Fourth and final quarter. Kayla McBride averaging career highs in points and field goal percentage this year. 18.3 points, about 47% from the field in her, I think they said 14th season. It's crazy. All right, let me turn my volume back on. Let's get into it. 55-48, Valkyries start the fourth with the ball. Ball over to Gabby Williams. Up top to Caitlin Chen. Chen guarded by Coffee. Chen, oh, nice move. Gets into the paint. Jump pass over to Salon. Wide open left corner. Three, and Janelle Salon cashes out from three. Valkyries up 10, 58-48. Ball over here with K-Mac. Finds Natasha Howard. Need to get the ball to field. Oh, and a deflection there and stolen by Xander Lassini, then tips it off Nia Coffey's hand. Valkyries defensive possession here. Minnesota with the win would lock up the number one seed in the playoffs, but they have an uphill battle here against a team that has and then almost another steal back by the Minnesota Lynx, but Chen gets it, finds Gabby Williams in the corner. That pass almost went into the 10th row, but Gabby was able to secure it. Gabby crossover, downhill blocked by Howard, but she gets the offensive rebound out to Chen with 8 on the shot clock. Chen dribbles left, crossover right, stops, nowhere to go. Gets it over to Xander Lassini with 2 on the clock. Step back, 3, air ball, and it's a shot clock violation. So good defense there by the Lynx. Great defense there by the Lynx. 10-point game. This game is not over by any stretch. Just need a nice little run here. By the Lynx has Fee, shoots the 3, and it rolls off the rim. Tapped out of bounds by the Valkyries. Lynx will get another possession here. Am I able to cash out these jewels? You said, yeah, the jewels turn into money. I am able to cash it out eventually once they accumulate. $58-48. Caitlin Chen with the foul. K-Mac will go to the line for 2 free throws. K-Mac first free throw is up and good. Yeah, K-Mac, that's all she's doing, most of her work. 5 of her 8 points at the free throw line. She's 1 of 9 from the field. Second free throw is up and good. Hopefully the free throws will wake her shooting stroke up. It's an 8-point game, 58-50. Chen with the ball comes off the screen. Chen lobs it up to Xander Lassini. Pump fakes, loses Miles, but she misses the layup. Oh no, Chechi misses the layup there. Miles with the ball. Did all the right things and couldn't finish the basket. Miles, step back 3 off the front of the rim. Gabby Williams snags the rebound. Gabby with it. Gabby running on her tiptoes. Over to Salon. Ball gets stripped and stolen by the Lynx. Let's see if they can capitalize this time. Natasha Howard, 1-on-2, goes down the lane. Can't get the layup to go, and she takes a tumble. And she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. 58-50. So the Lynx, they're getting the stops. They just got to finish on the other end. Got to finish on the other end. Howard up to 11 points, 7 rebounds. Timeout Golden State. Are they reviewing this? I hope not. You can't burn your review right now. That's a blocking foul. 58-50. 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. But the Valkyries on top. 58-50. Getting down to the closing time. Dun, 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 dun. Y'all know that song. I don't know who sings it though. Not gonna tell me some other obscure name that I'm gonna think is a joke. Woo! Ginger. Punching me right now. 58-50 is the score. 58-50. So for the Valkyries, you got Gabby Williams, Zandalicini, Stokes, Salon, and Chen on the court. For the Lynx, you got Howard, Collier, McBride, Miles, and Coffee on the court. Chemo, so Valkyries games are low scoring. I always have to double check which quarter. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. They're deep. They pride themselves on defense, and if they have a hot night offensively, cool. But primarily, these are the type of games you're gonna get from the Valkyries. Sierra, you pulling my leg, or is that somebody? Is that the name of a group? Oh, it definitely is the name of a group. I just Googled it, and that's the first song that popped up. Thank you for that. All right, they just throwing out in the arena, throwing T-shirts around. We're in a break right now, so you're not missing anything, people. Salute, salute. Dude sitting in the front row and he can't get a T-shirt. That's funny. 58-50. The Valkyries, they took the lead. When they took the lead in like that second quarter, and they haven't relinquished it. I think that's the only song a lot of people know by them, Sierra. Mad says she's locked in. Salute to everybody who's locked in, tapped in on this one. Good game so far compared to their last one. Even though the score is still low scoring, but I'd rather have a low scoring close game than a blowout. Lil Louis Vert, salute to you. You think Minnesota can come up with the win? I mean, for my betting sake, I hope they can. That's not for my betting sake. For my prediction sake, I don't bet, y'all. Do not bet. For my prediction sake, I hope they can. I was like, I know this lady look familiar. She does the stuff for the USA Network. Leah Bielsen, she does like the play-by-play for the Minnesota Lynx. All right, let's see. Let's get back to the game here. So Natasha Howard at the line for free throws. Score is 58-50. 8 minutes to go. Valkyries in the lead. First free throw is up, and Natasha Howard can't knock down the free throw. Is Tip Hayes on the court right now? Asks Ozelito. She is not. She is on the bench. Hayes on. I said Hayes. Howard for the second free throw. She cashes out. 7-point game. 8 minutes to go. Man, Courtney Williams got. I don't know what type of chains those are, but I'm not a fan. 58-51. Burton is on the court though. VB guarded by K-Mac. Burton with it. Gets the screen from Stokes going to her left. Burton gets downhill. Pass out to Gabby. Gabby for three. Can't knock it down. The Salon gets the offensive rebound. Out to Zandalicini. Burton wide open for three, and she knocks it down from the same spot. Back to a 10-point game. 61-51. K-Mac tries to respond, and she finally knocks down a three. Only her second field goal of the game. She knocks down a three, wanted a foul. And it's back to an 8-point game. Maybe that can wake her up. Last time she hit Valkyries with the night in Golden State. Let's see. Oh, Burton with a crossover on Miles and lays it in with the left. Quick cross there by VB. Left Miles in the dust there. McBride out to Fee. Fee loads up for three. And Fee responds with a three. Okay, now the offense is starting to pick up here. Let me sit up in my seat. 63-57, 6:45 to go. 6-point lead here. Burton with it. Hands off to Zandalicini. Zandalicini dribbles left, gets cut off, goes back right, goes behind the back over to Burton with 7 on the shot clock. Burton on the island with Miles. Right to left crossover, step back, left elbow, jump shot is good. Oh, they going at it now. 65-57. Burton with 14. Miles gets it over to Howard, over to McBride. McBride goes for the left-hand scoop, and the scoop is always just off, especially in this game. Rebound to the Valks. Burton. Oh, almost travels. Gets it out to Williams. Williams drives left. Williams corner to Salon. Salon pump fakes for three. Salon on the drive out to Williams. Williams right to left crossover. Shoots the three, and she finally knocks one down. Gabby Williams for three right over the defense, and it's back to 11 for the Valkyries. Miles on the drive. Miles half spin. Right hand scoop. They just throwing up BS at the rim now. Zandalicini with the rebound. Over to Gabby. Gabby, quick crossover, gets cut off. Oh, fake half spin, goes under the basket, comes out the other side. 12 to go on the shot clock. Zandalicini, left side to Burton. Burton, step, oh, has he moved, goes left, turns back right, steps back. Oh, that's a foul. And it's a foul there by Natasha Howard on the reach-in. The Valkyries, they saw a couple go in, and now they just doing whatever they want out there. That was a nice move by Burton. Right to left crossover. Knocks down a three. And then hits the midi. (68-57). Burton with 14 points, 7 assists, 4 steals. Zandalicini out to Stokes. Stokes dribbles right, looking for Gabby. Gabby off the screen. Gabby in the paint. Dribbles back out over to Burton. Burton with 5 on the clock. Burton attacks. Tries to step through. Blocked by Coffee. And the Lynx on the run. They have numbers if they want it. Miles down the lane. Jump pass out to Fee. Over to Coffee. Coffee pump fakes for three. Gets downhill. Ball deflected and stolen by the Valkyries. They're active hands all night long here. Gabby Williams at the controls here. 10 steals for the Valkyries. Insane. Burton on the attack. Fakes the handoff. Now gets it to Zandalicini. Step back. Three is up. Oh, and she knocks it down. The threes are starting to fall for the Valkyries now, and it's getting a little quiet in the target center. Miles on the attack, and a timeout called by Cheryl Reeve. Zandalicini couldn't throw one in the ocean. And she finally buries one. Zandalicini for three. The Italian Stallion with her first three. She was 0 for 5. Knocks down that three. She's 1 for 6 now. Gabby Williams 2 for 7 from three. But Burton was a catalyst in that move there. She had a three, a layup, and then a midi. So 7 points there from Burton in that spurt right there. I mean, the Valkyries defense is frustrating. What can you say? Jose Lito says, "Hey man, do you think Hayes is coming back in?" No, she'll probably come back in. I think she'll come back in. But this rotation was playing really well, so Nakase didn't want to screw it up. But she'll come back in. And Hayes, what Hayes got? Hayes got like 5 fouls. Oh, she got 3 fouls. But it looks like the Valkyries will finally get their first ever win against the Minnesota Lynx. They were 0-7 in the regular season coming into tonight. And what a night to get it. Stopping the Lynx from clinching the #1 overall seed in the playoffs, at least for tonight. Am I to disagree? Travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody looking for something. Sorry, they over here playing us in the arena. Miracle, what up? Did you say something earlier? Or did I miss your comment? If I did, I apologize. Good to see you as always. All right, we're in a timeout right now. The Valkyries are running away with this game. Defense frustrating the Lynx, and now their 3-point shots are starting to fall. That's how it be working sometimes. 666 bars. That's how it works sometimes. You think it's an easy should go through, and it never works in your favor. Any chance of a comeback, it would have to start now. But I don't see it. 14 points. It's not impossible, but I just don't see it. Who holds the WNBA record for the longest streak of consecutive games played? That's the Aflac trivia question. It's Dawn Staley's 263 consecutive games. Wow, she holds the record. All right, y'all. Let's see what happens here. Broadcast is back. So it's Staley. Oh, Heideman's on that list too. That's interesting. Ball over to Natasha Howard. Howard with the ball. Howard finds K-Mac. K-Mac down to Fee. Fee's been a little quiet. Fee out to Howard. Howard pump fakes for 3 over to Caldwell. Caldwell down to Howard with 4 on the clock. Howard loses it, gets it back, takes the bump, and can't get the layup to go. And Howard will go to the line for 2 free throws with 4:15 to go. He said, man said Courtney dressed like the baby is crazy. Howard misses the first free throw. Jeez. That is funny. Yeah, Dawn was a hell of a player. Played for the Charlotte Sting. Team USA as well. Currently the coach of South Carolina women's basketball. As Howard knocks down the second. 71-58. Ball with who's this? Hayes. Oh no, that's not Hayes. Burton. Hayes is not on the court. Sorry to get your hopes up. Gabby Williams with the ball comes off the screen going left. Gabby dribbles right, throws it out to Xander Lassini with 3 on the clock. Xander Lassini crossover, has to get it up. Xander Lassini off balance 3. Oh, she buries it. Oh my goodness. Chechi Xander Lassini just glanced up, saw the clock expiring, step back 3, threw it up and scores. And she takes a deep breath there. She used to shoot on these rims a lot when she played for the Lynx. Shot clock expiring. Left to right crossover. Took a couple dribbles going to her right and knocked it in. Took a look at coach and then screwed up her face. Like, I do this. So they call an offensive foul on the Lynx and they're at the table to review this for some reason. Coach Cheryl Reeves challenges. She just throwing anything at the wall, hoping it'll stick. Oh, they're reviewing Xander Lassini's shot for a shot clock violation. That looked clean to me, but of course you gotta verify. Oh, this is close. Oh, she got it. She got it out. I think it's out. That was a nice 3 there by Xander Lassini. Yeah, Miles didn't. Yeah, Miles didn't have a good game. Miles, looking at Miles' stats, let me see. Olivia Miles, 8 points, 3 of 12, 1 of 5, 5 assists, 4 turnovers, 4 rebounds. Yeah, nasty, nasty stat line tonight. Xander Lassini up to 16 points on 6 of 14 shooting. I had her on my fantasy team. I'm in the third place game now. I lost last week to get to the championship round. I couldn't go against Asia as Gabby Williams draws the foul as she drives to the basket. It looks like Cheryl Reeve is calling off the Hounds. We got an all bench lineup in here for the Lynx. Kosu, Bibi, Choklova. It might be over for the starter. So if you needed McBride for something, you might be cooked. Yuha's in the game. It might be over for the starters. I think Cheryl Reeve says we got to just lick our wounds here. And Gabby misses the second rebound to Dorka. 75-58. Wow. I did not see this coming. 20-10 here in the fourth for the Valks. Joklova gets it over to Yuhas. Hands off to Bibi. Bibi down to Yuhas. Pass was too high and stolen by Stokes. Burton with the ball. Burton calling out all the commands here. Has Delir on an island. Hands it off to Gabby. Gabby, hand off to Xander Lassini. It's been her quarter as well. Xander Lassini blows by and lays it in all the way from the three-point line to the basket. And Chechi Xander Lassini with the basket. 77-58. Dorka Yuhas in response. Dorka knocks down a three in transition. 77-61. 2:39 to go here. It's been Valkyries, Valkyries, Valkyries. Looking to get their first win against the Lynx ever. And they get a steal here. Delir with the ball. Delir gets it over to Yuhas. Yuhas over to Bibi. Bibi finds Delir. Back to Bibi. Bibi drives right and tries to get it to Joklova, but it was stolen. That might be like 13 steals by the Valkyries tonight. Crazy. Burton on the attack. It draws the foul on Eliska Joklova. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Ball over to Xander Lassini. Over to Gabby Williams. Gabby Williams. Out to Xander Lassini for three and misses that one. Ball tipped over to Yuhas. Did she change her name or something? Yeah, because I used to be Hamzova, now it's Joklova. Oh, she got married recently. Ah, okay. Shows how much I've been paying attention. Missed there by the Lynx, and the Valkyries have possession. 90 seconds to go, people. None of the starters for the Lynx are in the game. Ace the Shark. It's all bench players. Xander Lassini wide open for three, misses. She made the crazy contested one, but misses the wide open corner one. Joklova with the ball. Comes off the screen. Finds Bibi. Bibi loads up for three. The Australian with a nice stroke and buries it. Trying to make the score look a little bit more respectable right now. 77-64. Burton with the crossover. Burton spins. Throws it out to Gabby. Gabby loads up for a three and she buries it. Insult to injury here. And say goodnight. I would hit them with the night as well. And they're going to intentionally foul to get the starters out the game for the Valkyries. 80-64. And the bench is clear for the Valkyries. Chen, Soa, Yusta, Yosite. Man, they really cleared everybody. Right, I'm hitting the. If I'm the Valkyries, I'm hitting the electric slide on the Valkyries court. I mean, on the Lynx court, like the Lynx be doing after every win. Joklova with the ball, over to Yuha's pump fakes for three. Yuha steps through, and she lays it in easily. So Chen at the controls. Give the ball to my girl Yosite, the Lithuanian. Yusta back to Soa off the front of the rim. That's that girl that was in preseason that was chucking threes from deep. Ball over to Joklova. Finds Yuhas over to Bibi. Shot clock is turned off. It's just formality here. Yuhas trying to pad her stats. And who's that? I'm me here with the rebound. Gets it over to Soa. 2 seconds. 1 second. And that's how the game ends. The two Australians, Soa and Bibi, high five each other. First win versus the Lynx in franchise history. Previously 0-9 in the regular season and playoffs. Wow. So the last matchup of the regular season, they finally get a win against the Minnesota Lynx. That was their bogey team, as they say. And they finally get a win, and a convincing win at that. Final score 80-66 in Minnesota at that. So the Minnesota Lynx will have to wait for another chance to clinch the #1 seed in the 2026 playoffs. Let's take a quick look at the box score before we head out of here. Oh, I was over there looking at Joklova. There we go. 80-66. You see, that's the final score. They outscored them 25-18 in that fourth quarter. Crazy fourth for them. Box score. Oh, just give me the box score, damn it. In order to be the best, you got to beat the best. And they definitely did that today. Kayla Thornton, night to forget for her. 8 minutes, no points. 30 minutes for Gabby. 15 points on 5 of 15 shooting. She was getting them shots up, though. 18 for Xander Lassini. Came alive mainly in the fourth. 7-17. 2 for Stokes with 9 rebounds. Had 2 blocks. And 14 for Veronica Burton. Off the bench, Janelle Salome with 12. Hit a couple threes in that left corner. 14 for Hayes. 2 for Charles. 3 for Chen. The bench didn't really get to do anything. Minnesota, you had Howard with 13 and 7. 9 for Napheesa. 12 for McBride. 9 for Caldwell. 8 for Miles on 3 of 12 shooting. 5 assists, 4 turnovers. Napheesa needed to step up. 4 of 10. No, Courtney Williams. They needed Fee to do more. 9 and 7 ain't gonna cut it. 5 for Coffee. 5 for Bibi. And 5 for Yuhas. Looking at the turnovers here, 17 turnovers for the Lynx tonight. How many steals did the Valkyries had? The Valkyries had 12 steals tonight. Defensive masterclass here by the Valkyries in getting the win. So with that win, people, the Valkyries moved to 26-11 on the season, 11-6 on the road. The Lynx fall to 31-8, 14-6 at home. All right, that's it for me tonight. I'm going to jump into Discord now and show this Atlanta LA Sparks game that's about to start. So if you want to join us in the Discord, link is in the YouTube description. It's at the top right of your screen here if you're watching on TikTok or on any of the vertical platforms. Right, thanks for all the jewels, the super stickers, the super chats, the gifts, everything that y'all do to participate on the stream, the comments. Very entertaining stream. Appreciate you all. I'm gonna go to sleep. No, I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go watch this game now. It should be a blowout by a dream, but you never know. The Sparks may have something in it. They got one more in them. All right, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Salute.